Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here. Part 2 now of the MAKERbuino, I don't know, build your own console, DIY game console kit. Right, if you watched the last one, which is a little while ago, I got to the end of, according to their webpage, which you do the instructions on their webpage, got to the end of chapter 3 at stage 12, which was powering up this thing. Plug the battery in, make sure everything's working, and Bob was literally my aunt and it didn't work. But what I'd figured out is it's this part here. Let me get you in tighter. It's the battery connector. See there, it looks perfectly normal, but it's actually playing ball. I'd pushed it so it was like, wasn't like that, it was actually, wasn't like that either. Oh no, which way around does it go? Shouldn't really matter. I should. Oh no. Oh, I feel a cut coming on here. Don't you? Yeah, it kind of, the plastics had slid off from the pins. So it didn't fully integrate itself on properly. So they pushed the plastic on and it worked fine. It was just not touching, these pins weren't touching the end of the power jack there. So that was my problem. Let me put this back on, hold on a minute. No, it's back on. So, then in place, what I did was turn the thing on, which is one of these two at the bottom, and it comes on. Perfect. That one does something else, and it's a sound or whatever, but it does come on. As long as I'm showing something on there, it means that it's all working fine. Because the caps are in the right place, the crystals there, the caps are on, the diode's in the right way, and the battery is charged. So, see, it comes off. The whole lot comes off a little bit. It just won't come out right. So that's a little bit of a problem with it. It does seem to want to come off fully. There we go. See, that's how it was. Kind of out and I go back in place. Might put some glue underneath there to make sure it's never going to move again. But we'll jump into that in a second. So I'm on part 2 for this, but it's chapter 4 on the screen. So let me get pulled out, and then you can see me at fast speed getting on with this and trying to get as far down with this as I can possibly do while I have the time. Right, I've come to the part now of putting the charger on, and there's in part one they said keep all of your, probably don't mean keep all of them, but keep a few of these, the ends of the resistors and capacitors, whatever else, because you're going to need it now. So you put that over there, and it looks like, take one, throw it through the hole, through both holes, and then you can solder that in place. So it gives you a connection through. I don't think it means do all four at once. Make sure these are tiny excess cut-off leads. Yeah, pick four the longest. Well, sort of. Ask it to fold over like we usually do. There's a hole there. And there's a hole there. Okay, so that's there. Yeah, that just fell out. So careful which way you fold them. They don't fall out. So flip over and start soldering. I'm going to put, because that just came out then. Just hit to solder from the top or the bottom, because I think it's from the top. So we've just done the headphones. Make sure that these tiny excess off leads. Pick 4 longest, set them to the charge of the PC and connect them before soldering. You need to solder the contacts both on top and bottom. Okay. So make sure we're lined up. So we're pretty much lined up there. And we're out of line there. Turn to the corners first. Actually, shouldn't matter anyway too much yet. They've got to get the wires through. Once these wires are connected and through, and on there we should be fine. So that's on, but it's, for some reason, one of them I think has gone through with the solder. So that's good, because it makes it a lot easier for me on the other side. Yeah, let's not pick that one. I thought it was that one. It says pick 4 of the longest, but there's really no need for that, you know. I could just pick a short one. Depends how confident you are with the soldering, I suppose. So that's done. I'll assume you cut off as much as you can. That's actually not bad, Ralph. You know, I'm impressed myself every time I do this. Electronics 101, it says, this way of adding stack-on PCBs to a main PCB is called the child board design. Boards stacked onto the main PCB are called the child boards. Well, whack it into me that I'm completely useless. So that goes there. So the other side shows power supply, it shows there's a 5-pin. Okay. In, done. Okay, so next ones are going to be the 4-pin angle. These, I think. I do need to cut these away first. So put it over my magnet. So if I need to use any more later, might not need to. Because I think actually there is another board in here, isn't there? Where's my bag of stuff? There's slide on. Another board there that slides on. I think it might be a reprogrammer chip. Yeah, I might have finished with these, but I'll keep them just in case. I'm a stickler for that. Onto there. There's that one. Two, 3. 4, turn around, straighten up in the air if I can. Two, 3, 4. Not a bad job if I may say so myself, Mr. Ralph. Actually, a little bit on there. Not that good. Well, folks, I'm a pain in the arse. Nope, leave it. Done. So, okay. Let's go back to fast forward. I think we're near the end of part 2 there. Or chapter 4, should we say. Now, I've put in the switches, well, the buttons, the speaker, the bits and bats, plus this breakout header. It's an extra step. You don't have to use that. Getting a bit cold in here. You don't have to use that. It's just there if you want to do some hacking, modding, customizing. Don't know what it is. Well, I know what hacking and modding is. That's a different story, that. But you haven't got to. That's why you come up with all these different cables on here. Yeah, whatever. Not entirely sure if that's got a USB on it. Why hasn't that been connected? Okay. Come back to that later. But yeah, it doesn't have to be on, but it's in the box. Why not? Now we're at end of 20 step. We're 22, so that's next step. Down to 23. Test everything. Now that it's important. Now that you have soldered everything, turn solder iron off. Right. Put the battery back in. Right. I have already glued down the plastic part of that. That's already been stuck in by somebody else. Let's leave that as is. So that should go in rather easily. The thing I'm a bit iffy about is there was a resistor on here, the blue one down here. It states there should be one of 2, and I'm not entirely sure if that's the right way around or not, so this could either go boom or not. Right, we're on. And we're going. Okay, so check everything. What it says. Right, try dim the screen backlight with a left potentiometer. Ooh. Let's get you in. No, in. Thank you. Tools out in the way. So that's obviously working. They're like LEDs, them and all. Not quite good. It's not entirely even. There's 44 there on the sides, but it'll do. It's not like I'm crying over this. So yeah, that works. You have the option to adjust the contrast. This option is disabled on most new units, and the LCD screen have been fixed. So it doesn't need. Okay. Oh, check buttons. So that's A, B, C. Right, hold down A. Hold on. Yeah, right, go through the check. So I've gone through, I've pressed the button, I've jumped forward a little bit for no reason. Right, go through the check, whether or not they hold A. Checkup wizard, okay. Speaker's shockingly bad. Oh, hello. A, press. B is no sound. C, SD card. Okay. Down works and up works. Don't know about left and right yet. Wasn't that the power? That might be the power then. Look at this, I'm making something. Right, okay, so, yeah. Checkup wizard. So, oh, it does actually work. Left and right is working. That says 53. That's 50. So contrast is on. Goes from 80 to 30. But it looks like it's disabled anyway, so there's aiming in middle at 60. I'll check the buttons. That works, that works, that works, that works, that works, that works. That works. So press and hold A. Change settings. I don't know what to do, but I'll do these later, shall we? Right, so next step is, if everything's working properly, save the settings and turn the console off. Woohoo! Insert the SD card. Oh, Right, so I got this one with the SD card already with games on it, I hope. It's not a big SD card, 128, hello, 128 megabytes, but meh, it'll do for this project, won't it? Right, so insert that way, haha, tried to fool me. It's not a click in one. Just a shove in. It won't go in that way anyway. So the yeah, the diagram's right on the screen. So push it in. Turn on the console. Turn the console and press the C button, which was that one, I think. Uppermost left button on the main screen. The device will load games and programs stored on the SD card. You will get a loading screen. So press and hold. Okay, flashing. Turn it up. That's got to be the volume. I ain't tried the volume on this thing yet. There we go. Better. Woohoo! You will get a loading screen. Yes, and yes, 101 Starship. Cool. As they load, you'll see the graphical face, yes, and that's chapter 4 done. Now let me just check what chapter 5 actually is, whether or not there's a lot of it, whether or not it justifies a third part, should I say. No. Let's get on with this. Chapter 5, finishing touches. Let's turn this bugger off. Right, everything electronics on board. Now I don't know what that is. So I think it's just basic assembly now and putting this thing together. So okay. See, the problem with being clear is going to be dirt, but it's not sealed in. Just there's bits between layers like there. So let us follow the instructions and fast forward. Now, I'm trying to... No, I'm not doing fast forward. I'm attempting to assemble it. What puzzles me is... We've only ever put 2 of these screws in here. I have a third. We don't have a fourth for the 4th corner. So, I think I'm missing a part. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to try which one, left or right. We'll go right. Put that through. Should hold it in place. They would say if there's any parts missing, then give them a shout, and they'll easily send some through to you. But I think we don't really need a 4th screw. If I can find a tiny screw, then maybe. But camera then, weren't I, completely? Now it's tricky getting that in there. Come on, line up. Go through. Blimey, it's miles out. Why are they miles out? That's very odd. Let's try the other side then. My screen's not on right. I don't have any little tiny little screws, bolts like this anyway. So maybe we'll just mod it with a little bit of hot glue or something. So I can get that through there, through the spacer, but then it's miles out on there. That's really odd. I mean, the end picture does show it's got 4 screws in it. Actually, the end picture does show that the bolts are on the top, but the picture before that shows that the screws are on the top. I think I might just leave that as is, but that's not going to go through because these are not lined up at all. And there's line, I can see light there, but it's not straight. That is straight, but I can see that through there. Very odd. I mean, whether or not the... No, because I haven't put this in the wrong place. These are correct from the start. Unless I loosen these. So I can get them in. Isn't the screen already soldered to the board? Yeah, the holes are in the wrong place. Alright. I'll have two. If it annoys me that much, I'll put a little dab of hot glue and let that support on the top underneath here. Might as well leave that in place. Maybe the middle. Okay. It also wants you to put, and doesn't really state this, get rid of that little one. Your bolt goes through the bottom of both. It's not lined up at all. Yeah, of both of the bottom two layers, because that's the bottom layer with the speaker holes. This is a second layer with this cutout for the. That's where the chip hides, and then you put the standoff on here, which I can understand. It just doesn't say that. You've got to make this up as you go along. But when it shows you at the end, it looks like you're left with a nut on top, which looks a bit untidy. I think it'd be better if the screw was on top. So you can hand tighten that. I'll put the nuts on there anyway. But I also have 5 of these, and there's only 4. I also have 9 standoffs as well, which you'll see in a second. That goes there. That goes there. And I don't think I'm any missing. See, look at the plastic screws, you can hold them in place anyway. So what you do is you need to stick this speaker down and put your that through there. I need to put the battery through as well and connect that. Yeah, put some sellotape on. So just as I said, there's some M3 tape. No, M3 spacers. Yeah. Right, this is going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to fast forward. Right then, that's everything done. The console's together, wrist straps on, everything's there. Happy, happy, happy. I have some spare parts. Big bolt, standoff, small bolt and nut, and these fly leads, jump thingy leads, yeah. I'll assume for when you do the programming, put that onto there. Oh dear. Actually, why? This is to do with it if you're going to hack it, program it, or whatever it, but why give you these Unless you've got a hole solder onto this in certain places and then plug that into there. No. I don't know then. Because that's got a USB so you can hit to a computer. So, don't know. Maybe for somebody else, I might as well just get around to just playing the thing. So, power on, right hand switch, works fine. I'm not sure if the volume works or not. Yes. Yeah, that works perfectly. Too loud. Lots of cars in here. We've got Flappy Bird. Hate Flappy Bird. Invaders. It's a bit... That is definitely not right. It's not... It does stick out far too far, and it makes me think that I've put this on the wrong way around. But with a bit length on there, it'll probably stick out a lot further on the bottom. It's definitely the right way around to the instructions, but it just sticks out far too far. This one on this side, it's way in. Miles in. Well, that one isn't. More connection ports to you so you can shake a bit of stick out. Actually, I think these will probably go in there. Because you've got 6. You've got 6 connectors. Okay, so that will plug into, assumably, 6 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, TX. Look carefully on the chip, and that'll convert that into a USB. Yeah. Where's Lander gone? Let's try Lander. Oh, looks like OIDs. Cleaning EEPROM. Do not turn off. Okay. Strange as it sounds, the screen is a lot better than the Game Gear that I just recently done. Lander. Play. So level 1. B to confirm. Ooh, that's quite quick. Here's like OIDs. I love OIDs. Ready for level 2. Go for it. Hit me, daddy-o. Damn it. See, it's like just landed on the moon sort of thing. Damn it. Make sure you're not going from side to side, and then your descent isn't too much. And for level 3. Oh my god. So, there we go. It's not exactly proof that it's going to not get wet. It's definitely not waterproof. Well, that switch did. Please continue. Lander. Damn it. That's mute. Oh, that's quite good. Alright then. So I've got mute on here then. God damn it. But there, see, you can see absolutely everything in there. So that's really good, that. C to quit. So that's the C button up there. C to put ST. Doing turn off, flashing. The screen isn't protected at all. There's a hole there and you can touch the screen. So that, I don't know if that's a problem or not. I can feel all the connectors down there. The bottom's flat, which was weird. The bottom is flat, so you can't touch anything apart from the holes for the speaker. But your top bit, you can feel everything. I mean, it is all just nice clicky buttons. I quite like that. It's a good little project, that. And it looks like you could do a lot more with it. I'm guessing the standoffs there were perfectly fine. I'd say you probably might not need the standoffs there, but you'd need something to screw into. So maybe you could shrink this down a bit more. I don't know. It's a bit weird that the chip's exposed there. I don't know. But yeah, there we go. And thanks to MAKERbuino. Obviously not for giving me this for free, because I'm unsponsored, as usual. But yeah, quite a good project that. Can hack into everything, create your own games. I can finally dump all these extra bits now. So yeah, another project over and done with and finished. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will pan out a little bit. If you consider just wanting to peruse the channel a little bit, fine, no problem. If you actually want to consider to be a Patreon and help out the channel, get in touch. Links are in the description below. Follow me on social media. I've got Facebook and I've got Twitter. I'm on Twitch a few times playing a few games. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now. Quick additional to the end of the video. 3 handhelds I've got now. Which one's my favourite? Definitely.